Somebody call a doctor because Bad Medicine is back. Over there is Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we are getting back to Alice in Borderland. This is Season 2, Episode 2. And what an introduction by the King of Clubs. Yeah, he's a little bit different guy. We'll see. I have no idea what they're going to do in this episode, so I'm here for the ride.
Yeah, we saw them running from the King of Spades, but now they have to deal with a naked King of Clubs, and I'm definitely ready, willing, and able to see what this team activity is.
Could you fight someone not wearing any pants? I don't know.
Either way, we're going to find out.
I'm here for this episode and seeing what's going to happen with the King of Clubs. I wonder what Alice is going to do. I'm calling him Alice, so let's go!
Hey, Steve, can I get a water?
Coming right up. Got a fresh pack right down here. Oh, my back. Oh.
Uh-oh. Looks like Steve's back just called it quits.
Some help would be good right about now.
Yeah, you're gonna need some help with that, Steve. Your injury could be worth millions. You should consider calling Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm,
With more than 1,000 lawyers and 4,000 case staff ready to fight for you if you become their client.
but Steve's worried. He doesn't have the cash to pay for expensive legal fees. Worry no more. Morgan & Morgan will fight for every penny you deserve. And guess what? The fee is absolutely free, unless you win. But Steve doesn't want to sue his boss, even though he hasn't gotten his surgery bills covered in the last 6 months. Steve, when you sue for an injury, you're not suing your boss. You're suing the insurance company.
So if you've been a victim in a workplace injury or any other personal injury, you can hit the link in the description to get Morgan & Morgan to fight for you.
Steve did, and now he's back in the game.
Oh, these flashbacks always.
So he was a lead singer.
Yeah. He seems like he was heavily influenced from a 90s alternative.
Yeah, look at that. They're wearing flannels. See?
Big influence.
That's why he's got to beg for the audience approval. Yeah, it looks like
Yeah,
it.
it really looks like it.
They look like they're enjoying themselves, Dave.
That's them fighting to get out the doors to leave, right, Oak?
At the lead singer, though.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, they're doing it backwards. Let me out!
Is everybody in the King's crew from his band? I'm trying to look at the other guys, and they might be.
Oh, there's 5. Oh, I thought he was gonna look up and everyone was gonna be gone.
Yeah.
They were gonna be.
何点でしたか
500点。500! 高いね。
マキ3点厳しいじゃあさ今日さ誰が運転するかせーので言ってみる
じゃあ
指さして
指さす。
せーので指さして
OK。
That's a new way to do it.
せーので決ま
せーのね。
いくよね
いい。
せーの
That was nice.
The Solo G.
俺はこのメンバーのリーダーゲームは俺たちが作った
まあつっても
Alright, so
開
that
催
was
するの
the guy in the
は
band.
初めてだけどね。俺たちもまだプレイしたことはない。
つまりこのゲームはあなたたち国民と直接戦い合うってこと。
そう絵札のゲームは全て国民との生死をかけた対戦ゲームだ負けた方が全員死ぬ俺たち国民にとってもゲームは真剣勝負そのものだ
How did they become citizens and they've never done it before?
これから俺たちが勝負するゲームは
Oh, I thought it was gonna go into the intro. Osmosis.
スートリ
What the hell is it?
Is it like Red Rover? Well, osmosis would be like absorbing something.
Yeah, that's Red Rover. You hold hands. They got to run, and they either go through or you catch them, and they become part of you.
Oh, maybe.
It's not what osmosis means at all, actually, but
Well, it works in Oak logic.
Oak logic,
I'll
yes.
allow it. I've ruled.
Red Rover was great. Just
Yeah,
somebody-
they had to stop that. A lot of kids ended up, they don't play Red Rover anymore.
Oh, that's because it was basically the people you're running into raise the arms up a little bit. You're clotheslining yourself.
Hitting the lariato.
Where you just right through.
Or they lift up and let you go through and you fall on your face. But that was interesting. So they said they never even played the game before. Well, how did this guy become the king of clubs? I mean, I'm sure they'll probably tell
Because
us. But that's
they
interesting.
probably either they were the first ones there, or let's just say they beat the other citizens in a different game.
Yeah, maybe.
ルールは至ってシンプル。制限時間は2時間。お互いに点数を取り合って、最終的に点数の多いチームがゲームクリアだ。両チーム最初の持ち点は1万点ずつ。この1万点をゲーム開始前に5人で振り分けてもらう。最小点数は100点。振り分け方は自由だ。チームのみんなでよく相談して決めてくれ。じゃあ点数の取り方ね。点数を取り合うのには3つの手段がある。バトル、アイテム、陣地。
待って、
はい、そこの君どうぞ。
全然頭に入らへん。
There's 3 ways to win.
バトルの勝敗は持ち点で決まる。バトルの方法は対戦相手の体に触れるだけ。
おい
It's because you have less points.
勝者には敗者の持ち点から500点が入る。
Okay.
That just started him in a hole.
Yeah. So you got to guess where you think your opponent's points are at and hope you have more.
バトルするまで相手の点数はわからないってことか。
そう。つまりこのバトルは点数が見えない中で行われる一か八かの真剣勝負なのさ。そしてこのゲームは複数でのバトルも可能だ。例えばそこの二人ちょっと手繋いでみて。
I was hoping they were going to say knockout, make them say mate, or throw the motherfucker right off the runway.
Now they combine points.
お似合いだね、お二人。
It's happened multiple times now.
その合計点でバトルができ、一人じゃ勝てない相手にも勝つことができる。勝てばそれぞれに500点が分配される。さて次はアイテム。ここに並べられた無数のコンテナの中に6個のアイテムが隠されている。
こんな広い中にたった6個しか。
Oh, wow.
そしてこいつの説明をしておこう。一発逆転の要。陣地だ。
Yep,
No, at least we got
about
an
what we
answer for that
thought.
now.
Yeah.
これが君たちプレイヤーの陣地。俺たちの反対側にある。相手チームの陣地に触れることができれば1万点もらえちゃう。
1万点急にむちゃくちゃやないかい。
だから一人キーパーをつけて陣地を守る必要がある。プレイヤーが自分の陣地に触れてる間、そいつの点数は無限になるんだ。
Oh, okay.
ちょっと来て。負けた方が1万点を失い、
Oh.
勝った方が1万点を得る。
Hope he gives that back.
Hope we do a restart here after the demo mode.
1万点失って点数が0点を下回ったらどうなるの？
プシュン。死ぬ。
相手の陣地に触れようとしてもそのキーパーに阻まれタッチされたら1万点を失う。
Yep.
相手チームにプラス1万点加算される。
リスクがでかすぎる。でも成功したら一発逆転だ。
バトルや陣地で点数移動があったプレイヤーは無効状態になり、全ての点数移動ができなくなる。もし無効状態で相手チームの体に触れると、ものすごい電流が腕輪から流れ、
Oh.
気絶しちゃうくらいの。気をつけてね。自分の陣地に触れると無効状態が解除される。
Dude, that's so happening.
以上がルール。
Well.
点数配分が決まったらゲームスタートね。
Dude,
This
they
is-
just did a great job of laying it out, and I already forgot half of it.
Yeah, I'll say this is the most explanation we've had for a game yet.
この世界こそが真なる世界であり、ゲームは真の対話だ。 裸の魂で全力で対話しようぜ。アリス、真実が知りたきゃまずは俺と真剣勝負しろ。
Well, let's be fair. Yeah, you could see some people's true nature, but at the same time, you're going to see a lot of desperation, which could also hinder a true intention.
All right, so we got to collect items and battle and try to get to the opponent's.
I'm gonna need to have this laid out on a whiteboard for me so I can have a visual.
とにかく点数の振り分けや。持ち点1万点。どう分ける？
Well, who's ever going to guard doesn't need any.
Oh, it gives me some AOT vibes with this music.
Look at how big this, but you're gonna find 6 items in all those containers.
In 2 hours?
I think he will. Like,
作
what
戦はこ
are
うだ
they?
陣地を守る人間には
There you go.
最小の点数を振り分ける。点数を多く持ったやつと点数の低いやつがペアを組んで行動す
That
る。
makes sense.
なんでお前は俺をペアに選んだ？俺のことがそんなに好きか？
目の前で死なれても何とも思わなくて済むから。
That's true.
バトルで敵の体に触れても2人の合計されたポイントしか相手に見えない。
Oh, they won't know.
Yep.
Are we gonna battle him? Oof.
5,000 combined.
で5000点だ。
1万点を5人で割り振るのに多分1人に5000点は与えない。
Would they have?
They have 5 combined.
Oh, he's going to have somebody waiting.
大して持ち点じゃなかったのか。
Nope, not this one.
Guys, not this one over here.
ない。
Okay, 1 down, only 6,852 more to go.
チームプレーに支障が出るようなことやとしたら話すべきちゃうか。
そんなんじゃねえ。ちゃんと考えてる。
まあええけど。あれか。
Hey,
Oh, what are the
Got one.
odds?
Oh, that's right. They just get points. That's what it is, isn't it?
Yep. Oh, two,
Okay,
2
2,000.
grand.
2,000 points. Boom. So now if they team up,
Yeah.
they should have it quite
He had
bit.
46.
チームがアイスを獲得しました。黒いダウチーム2000年リード。
1万2000点。
2000点リード。
Oh,
Oh, shit.
幸先いいじゃん。
The camera work they're doing to
yeah.
To
keep it-
keep the frontal.
keep it covered.
PG.
試しにバトっちゃう。
Oh boy.
It's got to be in their favor.
You'd think.
離れんなよアリス。2対1や。焦ることない。
She's gonna come in handy right now because she's got fighting experience and patience.
俺たちはもともと同じバンドでね。たまには喧嘩しぶつかり合い、それでもなんとか俺についてきてくれた。
Keep this conversation up another hour and a half.
ただ闇雲に相手を引っ張っていけばいいってわけじゃない。相手の思いを受け止め、待ってあげることも必要だよ。そうすれば、いつか理解し合える日がきっと来る。
Man, what an interesting boss they're facing here.
今日死んじゃうかもしれないんですね。俺も、俺の仲間も、もちろん君たちも、アリス。だったら悔いのないようにやりたい。死ぬなら、ちゃんと戦って死にたいじゃん。
Oh, what are you doing?
He's challenging him to fight bravely.
キューマあんた言ったよな。真実を知りたきゃあんたと真剣勝負しろって。
Oh boy.
ああ、
俺はまずあんたのことがもっと知りたい。だから俺とバトルしてくれ。
1-on-1.
アリス。
喜んで。
Mortal Kombat
That would be so much better.
battle.
Who won?
両チームの間に
負けたか。
2000点。
プレイヤーチーム3000点リード。
もしかして1万点を5等分しただけなのか。
No, that's not true.
俺にとってチームの連中は生死を共にする対等な仲間なんだよ。
Well, that's good information to know.
俺のこと少しは知ることができたかい？
I like their plan better. Yeah.
Their strategy was 1,000 times better.
Yeah. One high, one low. I mean, the low person, you lose. Big deal. You're losing a small amount. This guy's just running around looking for...
I'm so waiting for a to just pop up out of nowhere. This music.
Oh, wouldn't you wait until he comes around and then grab him?
Well, this is the big swerve right here. Oh, got him.
Tag.
ワンダム全身連があります。プレイヤーチーム4000本リード。
Chipping away at him.
Yeah, but all
Somebody's gonna sneak up on him, and he's not gonna be touching the electricity tower.
Hey, you know they're equals. You don't have to. Well, supposedly.
両チームの間で全身連があります。プレイヤーチ
What,
ー
did
ム
you say 500?
That's what they got for winning. Yeah.
Right, but don't you take all the person?
No.
お前らすげえよ
Oh,
順調すぎる滑り出しだな。これでキングか。笑わせてくれるぜ。Hey! Hey!
Here comes the swerve.
yep.
今だけはあんたが悪人ってこと忘れてしまいそうやわ。
No, they're giving him a redemption arc. Trying to make us like him, Quinn.
Oh, not this guy. He's unlikable.
どうだったあいつら、綺麗に5等分してた。
5等分一人2000点。
調子でどんどん。
Uh-oh. Turns out being burned like that does have side effects.
同じこと考えてたりして。せーので言い合いっこしてみる？いいよ。
Give all the points to one person.
Yeah.
プレイヤーチームがアイテムを獲得しました。プレイヤーチーム
Found another
6000点
one.
リード。
よし。
Uh-oh.
Well, while
boy.
you're looking at that guy,
Yep.
This.
they have another one coming.
good. Yeah, this isn't going to
Yeah,
go
you
well.
can't fend all of them off.
俺は無限状態だぞ。俺が触ったら死ぬぞ。
そうだよ。
Is one of them just gonna do it anyways?
Well, and he can only stop
誰が死ぬかは君が
probably
決め
one
な
at a
よ。
time. Yep.
You choose. Oh,
Yep.
dude.
死ぬぞ。来るな。
Oh, boy. Is he going to panic and duck and get out of the way because he doesn't want to take anybody out?
両チームの間に点数が取られます。
Yep. 3 of them were
クラ
able
ブ
to
の
do
分
it.
類チーム
Lost
4000
one.
点リード。
逆転された。
なんや。
続いて持ち点が
Holy sh.
Yeah.
Oh, he did pick somebody.
俺かよ。お前ら絶対勝てよな。俺の死を無駄にしたら、あの世で絶対ぶん殴る。
その参加者はゲームオーバー。
俺はお前のこと、1秒たりとも忘れない。
And they're dragging this out.
Yeah. Couldn't he hurry up and touch everybody else? Oh!
Yeah, that's it for sure.
Not gonna lie, I wouldn't be sacrificing myself for you guys.
Come on, Time and Dave.
Well, they couldn't figure out a way to win as a team. They had to sacrifice somebody's life.
Well, they're in the moment too. It's not like they have a full hour,
Yeah.
couple hours to.
Well, they did have 2 hours. They have 2 hours of gameplay
Yeah.
to think. And couldn't he have like gone like this, you know, like with his foot on it, or even kicked with one,
Yeah,
with
I don't
one
know.
leg and whatever? He should have been able to get 2.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if there was a real good way around it, fellas.
No, again, I might need clarification, but maybe you can only choose one. I don't know, because like I don't think you could swipe and like hit everybody.
No, but answer's right. If you had your
Yeah.
leg or your foot back on it,
Two.
and went.
Yeah.
相手は仲間1人の命と引き換えに1万点超えのプレイヤーを3人も作り出した。いつの間にか飲まれて忘れてたんだ。あいつがキングだってことを。
これが生死をかけたゲームであることもね。
命の覚悟はあいつらの方が上だ。
Yeah, they are.
Got an hour.
残された時間はあと1時間。
You better find the other items, is what they need to do.
みんなで手分けしてバトルは避けてアイテムを取るんだ。それしか俺たちが生き残る方法はない。急ごう。
It seems like there's no way you'd find the items in an hour.
Well, you got to figure they're at least on the bottom level. They're not going to be. Well, they could. They could
That's
be
the thing, you don't
assholes and
know.
put it on the second level.
Yeah.
クラブのキングチームがアイテムを獲得しました。
Another
boy.
one.
4500点リード。
手加減なしかよ。
So, is there even enough items left for them to put them over the mark, or is it already done?
They've got 2 items. They said there was 6 total,
Yeah.
but we don't know how many points each item is worth, do we?
Yeah, but here we go. I've got to avoid it by.
Whoa, Jesus.
Parkour.
悪いな。
両チームの間に点数移動があります。
Down another 500.
クラブのキングチームが
Holy shit.
5500点リー
I
ド。
was not expecting that.
クラブのキングチームがアイテムを獲得しました。
Oh, they found another one.
1,500 point
They're going to have
item,
to go
too.
for the base. It's the only way.
They're going to have to sacrifice somebody to get to the base.
This is going to be epic.
やっと1対1の勝負だな。
悪いけど、ただではバトルに負けへん。
Are there rules against...
残りの時間、地面で伸びときや。
Dude knows. I say, did he actually know? Well,
喧嘩慣れしとるんなら、先に言わんかい。
Where would the fun in that be?
Yeah.
バトルを避けようって言ったのに何やってんだよ。
8000点リード。
8,000 points. 8,000.
I don't. They've got to come up with a new strategy. There's not going to be enough points in the items.
He's going to.
お先に。
Oh boy.
Oh,
And now she can touch him,
it's
too.
random. Okay, yeah.
得点じゃないか。
That's the biggest one.
Oh boy.
どういうことだよ。ここにも2人って
They're
こ
gonna
と。
finish the team off right here if they
Yep.
touch him.
人の真の生き様を見たかったのかもしれない。設楽は最後までかっこよかったよ。
14,000 just.
アリス、忘れないでくれ。これは命がけのゲームだ。負けた方が死ぬ。君の生き様を見せてくれ。
Grab him, throw him in, go in there, go out, close the door on him. Then you have 2 trapped in there.
That's the strategy right there. But
30
now...
分。クラブのキン
Well,
グ
they
チ
got
ー
to
ム。
get to their base.
なんかないんか。このままやとうちらほんまに死んでまうで。こっちにも1万点超えのタッタがいる。手を組んでバトルすれば。
ふざけんな。誰のせいでこうなったと思ってんだよ。こんなやつに任せられる仕事はどこにもねえよ。そもそも1万2000点差だぞ。ちまちまバトルして500点稼いだところで追いつける点差じゃねえだろ。
Yep.
500 each time. They need massive gains.
It's inactive.
あいつらの陣地を攻めよ
Yeah.
う。2人陣地に触れることができれば2万点逆転できる。
そんなの無理だよ。俺は目の前で見たんだぜ。あんな真似俺たちにできるとは思えねえ。
だから一回この恐怖っていうブレーキをぶっ壊してみねえか。
There you go. That's what you
There we
need.
go.
あいつらと俺たちの違いはこの恐怖のブレーキを踏んでるかどうかだ。このブレーキを俺たちもぶっ壊すんだよ。
Yeah, that's right.
そんな無茶な作戦で
It's the only plan that's going to work.
みんなの命を無駄になんてできない。
でもこのままだと俺たちは確実に
Yeah,
全員
you
死ぬ。
die for sure.
You got 30 minutes.
俺はみんなのためなら命をかけてもいいと思ってる。その賭け乗った。
And he'll be in one sacrifice.
Yep. He's on borrowed time.
だけど 恐怖のブレーキだけは最初からぶっ壊れてるぜ。
Yeah, let's do it.
私も
There you go.
このゲームに勝ちたいって思いは同じ。しゃあないな。あんただけにカッコつけさせへんで。
ああ。
捕まえてみなさいよ。
確かあの女の持ち点は50。
お前一発で死ぬんだぞ。
ゴーケンやめなさい。あんな無駄な挑発に乗らないで。
どうせ俺たちの勝ちは崩れねえ。
Oh, see, that's why would you take the bait? Oh, parkour!
Jesus.
That one looked interesting, but I'm taking
the
it.
up part where he
I'm
just,
taking it.
That looked a little suspicious.
楽しもうぜ。
He's got some hops.
That's not the kind of footwear I'd want for running.
No, it's terrible for this game or any physical activity, period.
There we go.
They're trying to do 3-on-3.
生きてんのが退屈で刺激に飢えてんねやろ。
俺たちのことよく分かってんじゃん。
あんたら死ぬよ。
Perfect.
Oh,
Nice.
he loves the challenge. Oh, nowhere to go. Only down.
Hey, if Dom Toretto can jump mountains with a car, she easily has this.
She gonna duck and let him jump right over. Hit the brakes, he'll fly right by.
行くで。
ああ。
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Is she gonna come from the... No. Oh, wow. Oh, that could have been your face.
She made it. Bro,
He ain't gonna make it.
he's gotta miss.
Oh,
Man, how is this gonna... All right, yep, pull him off, knock him out. There you go.
well, they can't touch each other at all. Now they're both
There's the
knocked
sacrifice
out.
for the
Yep.
shot.
He was inactive.
Yep.
Ha ha. He never recharged his points.
Yep. Oh! Got it. 10,000.
プレイヤーチームに点数移動があり
Oh,
ます。
God, the old blood spit to the
Yeah.
face.
キングチーム3点リード。
Oh.
Another sacrifice.
Yep.
両チームの間に点数移動があります。クラブのキングチーム3000点リード。
Is there any chance she finds an item?
プラス1万点おめでとう。
Is there
さ
something
す
we're
がア
forgetting?
リス。いい作戦だったよ。でも君たちも終わりだ。
No,
残
there's
りのアイテ
something.
ムを見つけても。
Oh, yep. They won't have enough. It's only 2,500 is the last item, I think.
もう二度と付け入る隙は与えない。時間切れまで私たちはこの陣地を離れずバトルもしない。
残り時間20分。クラブのキングチーム3000点リード。
There's something.
Is this guy trying to have a redemption arc here?
ごめん。うちのせいで。
15 minutes.
違う。みんな精一杯頑張った。俺の考えが甘すぎたんだ。ごめん。慰め合いかよ。てめえのせいで俺たちは全滅だよ。
There's gotta be
Is he
there's
gonna
something.
sacrifice now himself?
Couldn't he
アイ
take...
テムを探してくる。
I said, couldn't you put all
I
the
should have wrote
points?
down all the rules.
Yeah.
最後まで私はやり遂げたい。
It's like this dude knows he's gonna perish, but he's too frozen to do anything about it. Like, dude, you know you're gonna die.
うちには無理や。
Really wish I got all the rules. There's clearly something.
Well, he's the last guy that can do anything.
何がみんなで協力し合ってた。正義面しやがって。俺がバカだった。
They're down by what, 3,000?
3,000.
So if they find an item and win a battle somehow, it would be a tie.
Exactly.
なんか方法ねえのかよ。
That's what I'm saying.
There's gotta
Am I
be a
just
way.
too dumb not to think of it? All right, here we go.
This has got to spark something.
プレイヤーチームがアイテムを獲得しました。クラブのキングチーム500点リード。
ウサギがアイテムを取ったんだ。
All right, get motivated.
Yeah.
アイテムが見つかった。あと500点取れば。
アホらしい。
私はまだ諦めない。
もう死ぬんだよ。自分たちが正しいみたいな顔しやがって。そんなに俺が汚えか。
Well, yeah, your attitude, dude.
夢とか希望とか抱くような人間じゃねえ。クズなんだよ。
Oh, you son of a... Don't let it end. Knee him in the nuts.
ウサギ。
Oh, I think if she kills him, she gets his points, maybe?
Oh my god. Yeah, he's gonna have to be the one to step up. Gonna have to ditch the pole.
クラブのキングチーム500
No
点リ
redemption
ード。
arc for that piece of shit.
Fight or flight,
him.
my guy. Fight or flight. The burn guy.
Yeah.
You're referring to.
Naragi.
Yeah, there was never going to be a redemption for him no matter what.
No.
Yoga. Time for some yoga.
Oh, come on. We're not even going to finish this game.
Really?
I mean, I knew we were getting to the exciting conclusion, but come on.
And there was only 8 minutes left in the game, or 9 minutes, whatever it was. What a cliffhanger. I wanted to see how it ended, but I'm okay with it because that means we're gonna start off the next episode with a bang, right off the rip.
Hot.
Unless we have another backstory, maybe we'll show the band some more about what they were doing before the game started. This episode probably gave us the best description, I think, of any of the games that we've had so far, at least in my opinion. Maybe some other ones were better, or maybe we didn't understand the show, so I was in over my head a little bit, maybe not understanding, but I think this one explained it the best. That being said, I love the concept of this game. I thought it was brilliant, and I thought Alice had a good plan starting off with the way they divided the points, put somebody lower points with somebody higher points. I thought that was brilliant, but they didn't count on the other team sacrificing somebody to get the 10,000 and to find the items on top of it. That's what I was worried about, was that they would get to a point where they'd be down on points and then the items wouldn't even matter, which is kind of where we're at. We need to figure out, even a battle is at best a tie, so I don't even know what happens there, and I don't even know how they would win a battle. We have all the questions going through my head, right? Can they combine points? Can they put all the points into one player and bum rush somebody and try to get 500? So a lot of different things to play out, but what I liked about this episode in particular was that we got a ton of backstory on characters. We got a little bit of explanation with the games. Now, we don't know how the King of Clubs got to where he's at from just playing in a band to all of a sudden, hey, you're the king of this area and everybody with you is the citizens and you have to defend it. Because they said that this was the first time they played. I'm pretty sure that's what they said. I don't think I got that wrong. So they've never had to play anybody before, yet he was made the king of it. So I found that real interesting. Maybe we'll get a little bit more backstory on how that plays out. Maybe after, hopefully, Alice and company win somehow. I know somebody's getting sacrificed, and I don't know how it works. If you take out a member of your own team, do you somehow get their points added to yours and you have a better chance of battling somebody? Even so, the points are so low, I don't know if it matters. That being said, wow, just what an episode. I loved the back and forth. Everybody kind of shined a little bit. And there was, of course, as I thought, no redemption arc for our scumbag burned guy. Can't believe he made it, but maybe there'll be a satisfying death at the end. That's what I'm looking forward to. What an episode.
Yeah, the only way he could redeem himself, I thought, was if he sacrificed himself for the greater good in the end, because he's coughing up blood and looks like he's going to have his end, but hopefully we get to see a more satisfying end than just him slowly going away. What was nice about, what was good about this episode, what I liked was that it's keeping us guessing. We're wondering, how are they going to pull this off still? Usually, and granted, that's how most episodes have been, and then once they figured out, we're like, duh.
Yeah.
Of course. So we saw like their first plan almost worked out, and I thought it was going to work out really well, because I thought, though, when they got shocked, the way that it said is that they were shocked until they went back and touched their pole. So then those guys were able to get up real quick, and then, Arisu was walking around for a while before he finally went and touched his pole. So they supposedly said, I thought, correct me if I'm wrong in the credits, that's how long it was going to be. Now, yeah, I do want more of a backstory, because the lead singer obviously is the charismatic one of the bunch, and hence he's the lead singer. Usually that's how it does go in as far as rock bands, but I like how they each individually had their own like personalities. We had the one guy that was doing some crazy ass parkour, which was awesome, just running, jumping, and all over the place. But it was just interesting how he would become the king of this. But every time it'd be so I'm assuming that he's the king and of the citizens. So then every time they have a game, it's a new game. Because he said he hasn't played it before,
never played this
unless it was lost in translation in the subtitles. So I'm wondering what other games then has he played, or if this is even just the first game overall as well. But another really good, interesting episode. I was hoping it would end this episode because it started last episode, but I'm here for it, because then we just know that we're going to have a hot start to start off the next episode. And we're always down for that.
I'm strategizing in my head. So once you're inactive, if you touch an active person, even at the home base, as we saw, it just shocks you both, right? But the person
I would have to go back and see everything
the person touching the pole doesn't get any extra points from touching an inactive person. So hypothetically speaking, if there was now 3 people back guarding the post and 4 people went, 3 of whom are inactive, the 3 inactive people could touch the
They
people
would just
guarding
get
the
shocked,
post.
I think.
They would get shocked, but they share a shock with the person if you're holding their hand. And a 4th person who is still active could then touch the post.
They cannot gain or lose points if they're inactive.
Yeah.
Right.
So you'd have to have one person active.
Right. So if 3 inactive. Yep. So if they have 3 people defending the post, which is what they have now, and they went up with 3 inactive people, and it appears that we have enough people. We just have to have somebody, because
that's if they only have 3 guarding. What if they have all 4 of their guys guarding?
Well, that's what I'm saying, because Tata right now is active. So he has to, so the other 3 would have to take out the 3 guarding the post because they're inactive, and Tata has to go touch the post, is if I'm kind of understanding this right. And again, I think
problem is we got 8 minutes and our girl just got knocked out.
Yeah, so it was a lot.
Yeah,
so
from scumbag.
Yeah, so that's the only way I can see them winning. Again, that's just, my follow along. I don't know if it's going to make the cut, but I joked in the beginning. I'm like, can we get this on a whiteboard so I can reference it here? But this was another good episode for me. It was obviously a little bit more strategery than necessarily just, pedal to the floor, just violence like we got in the first episode. I mean, that first episode was really intense, and we've had a lot of intense action, that we got in the first season. So this was a really kind of mellow strategy. What sort of headspace are you in
A very different
when they're
type of
playing the
king.
game? Yeah, and somebody that's asking you to reflect on, your own life and things like that. It was interesting they had the dialogue about the real world. Can we get back to that if we win the face cards? And he said, what's the real world? And is it we kind of got the question, is it worth going back to that world? Which, we saw a girl brought it up last time that she didn't want to really go back to the other world. So another, again, good episode for me, a little bit more of, of a thought-provoking episode than just to sit back and watch it just, going, holy shit, the whole time. But this was another really solid one for me. I liked it. So
yeah, when they went back, I was kind of wondering why they didn't take what's the name? Tatum?
Tata.
I'm wondering why they didn't take Tata with, because it would have been 5-on-4.
Yep.
Now, I'm not saying I don't have a strategy for this, by the way. I'm just wondering why they didn't do the number increase.
Yeah. Well, because they wouldn't have had any guarantee that the other 4 were there, and if they brought all 5, they leave their base empty.
That's true too.
Yeah. So that's,
but I guess I would have gambled.
Is you don't know. There's no surveillance.
At the same time, though, they're up 20-some thousand points, right? So they know already that all they have to do is defend.
Yep. So they're gonna.
That's why I'm guessing, as they were saying, they're like, well, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna go all out. So to me, I guess I would have been all 5 of us are going. I'm just gonna try to make it happen against presumably all 4.
But they did show that they were willing to sacrifice somebody's life. I mean, they
did show that, yeah.
Yep. They knew that was gonna happen. Those were active players, and not good. So
yeah. I just love the character development in this episode. We got more of it. We got even some more out of it. Like I said, it's a totally different King for me, and I really like that as opposed to just wide open violence. We got somebody who was almost a sympathetic. He was almost sympathetic to Alice and everything that he was in.
Definitely wasn't making you hate him. Yeah. If anything, he was making you like him, which was pretty cool to see, because everything that we've been here so far, it's either not totally evil, but you got to win. And here you're almost like, well, I kind of don't want this guy to lose, but somebody's got to lose in this game. So I found that pretty interesting, the way they were handling the King of Clubs here with his team and the band. Again, they did that flashback of where they were, but then something happened, didn't show it. So kind of goes back to my conversation of the last episode in the last season. It's great that we got all this, but now I need to know the how, or at least the why, this time jump, portal jump, whatever we're calling this. How did we get here? We're like half of the humanity, it seems.
Yeah, went down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, just so gone.
Many people.
So again, I'm really looking forward to seeing if we do get that answer. I'm assuming since we're getting to season 3, probably not getting
not getting
that
season.
But
well, I liked what the King said. What makes you think that's the real world? That was an interesting thing that he said.
Well, you know what?
It is the real world. It's just
what was
different perspectives.
What was really intriguing about this episode to me is if somebody told you, like, they put you in a world where, like, hey, you could expire in 2 weeks, or you're going to expire in 2 months, or it could be 2 years, but you're going to expire, period. Like, that's you. We're not going to tell you when, but it's going to happen. There's no getting out. I think you would have some people who are panicked and aggressive the whole time, just trying to get to the next day. You would have people like we got in the last episode that said, you know what, I'm punching out. I don't want to go through this day in and day out knowing that what the outcome is going to be. And then I think you would have people who, depending on their personalities and their past experiences, would just be like, guys, this is where we're at. So let's just everybody, take a step back, try to take each day for what it is, but we're not getting out. So what are our choices? And the other really interesting thing I found about this is, in the beginning of the first season, we had the 3 guys who were friends, right? And they were like a group who had known each other. But now you have this mix, on I'll just call it our team. You have this mix on our team of people who, they've been together for a little bit, but they really don't have a ton of investment in each other. Where this band, like they said, they lived in a dirty apartment for years. They played together. They had their ups and their downs and differences. So their demeanor and the relationship they have and the way they would go. I mean, this dude knew he was about to pass, and You know, he was
worthwhile.
calm. So that was the other interesting thing about this episode is it's, you know, the first time in a minute where everybody who was playing for one side, you had a very tight knit unit, and I don't want to say they acted accordingly, but they acted differently, I think. But
Yeah, so for me on the episode, the pacing here, I'm surprised we started in the last episode at the tail end, got a whole episode with this, and now we're going to bleed into a little bit probably into episode 3 of season 2 here. So I'm kind of curious as to why they did that, because I feel like they could have ended the game here and then gave us a little bit of a cliffhanger for something going into the next one. So I got to imagine now with 8 minutes left, they shouldn't, you guys already know the answer, but they shouldn't be doing, I'm hoping they don't do like a 30-minute pickup where it is. I'm hoping it's just a couple minutes, then we can go right into whatever's coming next to keep pushing and progressing. Because I really was expecting this to be ended here. So I hope we're not going to fall into more of these episodes where it's starting to feel like, all right, well, if we can stretch it out just a little bit here, that's what I'm kind of, this gave me that vibe, and I'm hoping that's not going to be the remaining episodes moving forward. Again, some of you folks did tell us, too, that expectations should be kept that season 2 was supposed to be done. They didn't know season 3 was coming. So if that's the case, I'm really anxious now to see how
a lot of red shirts.
they're going to be ending here on season 2 with basically almost, according to some of you, almost basically an expectation of this was going to be it.
You know, I'm going to disagree with you a little bit there, and just on the premise that with the season being kind of one story in as a whole throughout the season, I don't necessarily need each episode to be this episode is this game. This episode is this game. This episode is this game. And I know what you're saying. It's like, give us this game. Give us the hard finish of this game. Let's go on to the next episode. But if I'm looking at it as a whole season and one episode of one game bleeds over into the next and we don't get the finish, I'm okay with that. And I think, you know, some games maybe don't have as much of a story to be told. You know, like let's say this one bleeds 20 minutes into the next one and then they give us another game that's, hey, run down the street and try not to get taken out by a cannon.
Well, then they shouldn't be an hour if they don't have much story to tell. I mean, that's the whole
well,
point.
I'm just saying that I'm just saying that
I
I'm
have 12 games to play.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to be critical. I'm not going to be critical if each episode is its own game. Like this is the story of this game. This is this game.
Doesn't have to be each episode, but this one there were some scenes that definitely could have been cut out, and it could have ended probably 10 minutes ago instead of giving us an hour, in my opinion. So I don't. Some folks may be saying I'm going hard on it, but I mean, I felt like some of this was being stretched just to hit a mark, so that way, cliffhanger, going to the next episode. I'm not saying this was a horrible show or this episode was horrible. Still liked it. I just worry now if we're going to keep seeing stretches of where we get, like there was some, I'm not going to say filler, but again, there was pieces in here, in my opinion, where it was being stretched so we can push to the next episode. So I just hope doesn't do that.
The chase all over, and to kind of go off of what you're saying as far as it being a little bit of filler, like if
I didn't say filler.
Well, no,
I didn't say
not filler, but not filler.
Words in my mouth.
Stretching.
They're stretching. But like no, and what I wanted to say is that I get what you're saying. Like the chase all over and I get they were trying to show like some some tension and stuff like that, but that long parkour chase throughout on top, like
I just thought it was cool.
It was cool.
It was cool.
And visually, it was
Definitely
cool, but that's something that like that could have been cut in half, I think, and still told the same story,
Yeah, I mean, I can kind of see what both you guys are saying. I guess if I could take the middle route, I would look at it as, look, they have a story that they're going to tell in season 2. They know what it is, start to finish. Here's the story. It's just a matter of where are they going to make the slices in that cake to make the whole season. And I guess I can kind of see what you're saying, Dave, by like, okay, we're going to bleed into another one again, and you just kind of stretched it for that purpose. On your end, Oak, I can see it. Like, look, they've got a whole story to tell. It doesn't really matter where they make the cuts because they're going to get to where they're going to get to. Like, they're not going to have additional games if they go faster. So it's going to end how it's going to.
Yeah, and I should add too, if this would have been a weekly, because I assume this all got dropped at once because it's Netflix.
Netflix, yeah.
But if this would have been weekly, then I would have had a bigger issue with it because it's like, all right, so now we got to wait a week to get into this game.
Get the conclusion.
Either way, just for my taste on this one, I know not maybe most aren't going to agree with my opinion on that, but
Well, because they spent a lot of the episode introducing the band that we're assuming is end up going to get got anyways. So, do you really have to show us that much about them? I get you do to a point, but
to make you sympathize with character a little bit.
Well, 'cause
but at the end of the day, we want our team to win. I'm not going to
character.
sympathize for the other team if I want to win, and if it's life or death.
But it was only one character that they're doing it with. So to me, I guess I'm kind of surprised. I'm on the same boat with you. I'm assuming next episode our team is going to be fine. They're going to get it, get the points that they need, and the other team's just going to get lasered.
Yeah. Well, and I think the whole point of the King of Clubs, he was there, from a storytelling standpoint, just to bring something out of Alice.
Correct.
To
100%.
To elevate,
show
it.
that
They showed
proper
two different
teamwork,
scenes,
we're all
yes.
equals. There's this, there's that. We've known each other for years. So, I get that aspect too as well.
But I said, it's just so wild that we got a head baddie who wasn't bad or trying to kill everybody.
No.
I mean, in a roundabout way, he was trying to win the game, but not with machine guns or
He
grenades
wasn't like
we saw in
last episode
one.
where the King of Spades just
He
running
was just
around
basically
his area.
daring him, like, hey, not to dare, but motivating him to beat me. Beat me.
Yeah, like, I thought you tried a little bit harder than that or something.
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out the conclusion of this game on the next episode. Hope you all are enjoying it as much as us. Yeah, probably. Who knows? It might bleed into episode 4. No, I highly doubt that, but it would be funny if it did. So for Appleton
really
Oak,
drag out 8
Diamond Dave, that's Mason Quinn. I'm, of course, the answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.